I was driving my motor scooter near the Panama Canal. I was loving it. I felt the wind in my face. I felt the sun on my back. I enjoyed this feeling so much. I smelled the salty air in my nostrils. I was going 80 miles per hour and I could even speed up. I saw the road ahead of me, 4 lanes of newly laid road, and it was so inviting, so I did. I turned the throttle and speed up. When I did that again, it happened. The throttle was stuck, and nothing that I did could prevent that. I hit it, I twisted it, I tweaked it, I did everything in my power, but nothing happened. Still going at 80 kilometers per hour. I looked up, saw the road again, and then another panic attack hit me. I saw a U-turn coming up, and I was closing in fast. I was lucky that day, that time, that part of the city, there was not much traffic. So I moved to the right, and I prepared to enter the curve. I pushed my motor down, sweat was dripping down my back. The wind in my face had changed into a howling sound in my ears. So I pushed the motor scooter down further. I saw the asphalt below me swooshing by. I told myself, I'm going to make this, whatever it takes. So I did, pushing down even further, and I got through. There I saw the straight stretch of road ahead of me again. I have never felt such relief in my life, at least for 1 second. That's when I saw the second curve. That wasn't so forgiving. It was a 1-lane, 90-degree curve, traffic light, straight after. I knew I wouldn't make it. How did I end up there, in Panama, on this motor scooter, looking death in the eye? After high school, I started traveling. I loved traveling. I loved discovering new cultures, new countries. And the best way for me to do that was on a 2-wheeled vehicle with a motor. A motor scooter, dirt bike, anything with 2 wheels and a motor. That's what I loved. That's what I got, what gave me the free feeling that I was looking for. I remember one time when I was in Cambodia, where it wasn't so easy to find a proper shop, a decent dealer where I could rent a bike. So at some point I saw a guy in the street that was working with a motor. I walked up to him and asked him if I could rent it. He said no. I said yes. we did some bargaining, half an hour, and he allowed me to use his bike for a day. I had to pay up front. So I did. I used it. I swooshed through nature. I smelled everything around me. I heard the birds. I loved it. I was in the zone. Another example was, another time, I remember now, I was in Nicaragua. I was with friends. Maybe they're calling me now. And I was craving for that feeling again. There was no decent place I could find. So at some point with my friends, I was in some shady areas of the city. There was a guy, as a side hustle, he did scooters. So we rented those. We were confident enough with the 3 of us to walk in that area and to rent the bikes. So we drove up the volcano on Metepe. We loved it. We had the time of our life. So now you understand me coming to Panama, having my first baby, setting up my business, in need for transport to get everything organized and to get my place running. My first go-to was a motor scooter. So when I was there in front of my office, coincidentally there was a guy in need of money selling his scooter. So why would I go to a proper dealer if this guy was here? As efficient as it could be, right? Setting up my business, having an efficient guy there, so I bought it. And I loved it. 2 months I was swooshing through the city, avoiding traffic, no traffic jams, easy parking. And even driving home, I could see the sunset. After a day hard work in the office, I could see the sunset, feeling the wind in my face again, and everything went away. All the stress went away. So there I am, on my motor scooter, a 90-degree curve in front of me, death looking me in the eye, unescapable. That's when it happens. My mind shifts into a different state. Remember Neo from The Matrix, dodging bullets? That's exactly what happened to me. I saw a patch of grass just beside the 90-degree curve coming up and closing in. That was my only option. My front wheel touched the grass. All around me, grass appeared. I could smell it. A second after, my wheel still touching the grass. I decided I had to handle. Everything was really slow, so I grabbed the handles of my scooter. I literally pushed it away with all the strength that I have in my arms and in my legs. And there I was, sliding the grass, looking down, grass all around me, and I waited. Nothing happened until I stopped. I didn't feel pain. I had nothing broken, just a few scratches. And I saw my scooter in the distance, sputtering, breathing its last breath. The city humming in the back, not aware of what happened to me. I was alive. Now you might think that I will be terrified from that day onward of motor scooters or anything with 2 wheels and a motor. But my craving for freedom that I felt when driving those machines won. So the next day, I bought a new one. This time from a proper dealer. Not from a shady guy in the street.